The woman was clearly at home with the air conditioning on, soaking in an ice-cold bath. Yet every day she was drenched in sweat and faint from the heat. By contrast, her best friend, who was out doing charity work in 42 degrees Celsius heat, seemed to get cooler and cooler. It wasn't until the woman was almost unable to survive from the heat that her boyfriend told her the truth. It turned out her best friend had forcibly bound her into a tactile exchange system with her. What she never expected was that her boyfriend had long since been involved with her best friend. Her best friend spent a month doing charity work in the sun and was photographed. Those photos moved countless netizens and turned her into an internet celebrity with tens of millions of followers. The woman, however, died of heatstroke in her air-conditioned room and nobody even discovered her body. The heavens took pity on her and allowed her to be reborn. She returned to the first day of being linked to her best friend through the tactile exchange. At that moment she happened to notice a poster on the table for an Antarctic research team tour. To let her best friend properly experience the chill of -120 degrees Celsius, she immediately had her assistant sign her up. She decided that in 3 days she would make her boyfriend and best friend pay. Watching her best friend on TV doing charity work in the intense heat without breaking a sweat, she was sweating profusely in the air-conditioned room and felt like she would explode from the heat. In a fit of anger, the woman turned off the air conditioner and went out into the sunlight. Since her best friend loved sunbathing so much, she thought, then by all means let her sunbathe to her heart's content. Meanwhile, the best friend suddenly felt very hot. Spots even began to appear on her face. To relieve the sweltering heat, she had her boyfriend carry a watermelon to find the woman. He tried to persuade the woman to hurry home and eat watermelon instead of sunbathing. Reborn and unwilling to trust him, the woman pretended not to catch the watermelon and let it fall to the ground on purpose. She sat in her chair and continued sunbathing. The boyfriend didn't give up. He lowered himself and continued to reason with her. The woman said she happened to be low on calcium and physically weak, so basking in the more than 40-degree C sun felt very comfortable. Seeing her boyfriend looking angry but holding back, the woman put on a down jacket and intended to run under the sun. Soon her best friend suffered heatstroke from the heat and was helped over by her fans. Seeing this, the woman was overjoyed. She taunted her best friend mercilessly. The fans, seeing the woman dare to insult the streamer they liked, decided they should teach her a lesson. But instead of resisting, she actually told the fans to hit harder. Just as the woman had expected, the slap landed on the best friend's face. She even taunted the fans for being too weak. She suggested they strike with more force. Completely enraged, a fan gathered all his strength and slapped the woman. But the pain was entirely reflected onto the best friend's face. Seeing the scene spiral out of control, the boyfriend took advantage of the woman's distraction and knocked her out with a rock. When the woman woke up again, she had been locked in the basement by her boyfriend. What the boyfriend did not expect was that the woman had already installed a signal transmitter on her finger. Before long, the private plane that was to take her to Antarctica flew to her location. This time she was determined to let her best friend experience the chill of -120 degrees Celsius. The game was about to begin.